Please be seated. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Alex Stagnaro-Green, the very proud Regional Dean of the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford. It's my honor today to welcome you, our graduating students, our staff, faculty, distinguished guests, families and friends, and often for the ceremony we have family and friends from thousands of miles away, so we are honored to have you here today, to the graduation ceremony for the Master of Science in Medical Biotechnology program. I'm incredibly impressed by the caliber of our students in the Master of Science program. It is my honor to highlight some of their accomplishments. The Master of Science in Biotechnology program, class of 2019, includes 26 students. Those 26 students we see in front of us. All of them have jobs or offers pending or are going on to further their education. During their time here on campus, each of these students participated actively in Research Day, where they presented their research posters to interested faculty, staff, students, and guests. While Research Day here on campus is a major event, it's a stepping stone to many of our students presenting their research findings at various conferences around the nation and around the world. The American Association of Cancer Research, the Federation of Clinical Immunology Societies, the American Association for Cancer Research, the American Association of Immunologists, Antibody Engineering and Therapeutics, Midwest Student Biomedical Research, and Orthopedic Research Society. Several of these outstanding students are now published authors, having contributed to book chapters or have their manuscripts awaiting publication in scientific journals. Their work will become the next foundation for continued research in a variety of fields. They are moving the arm of science forward for discovery and the cure of disease. While these MBT students worked hard on their research, their papers and their presentations, the time spent here on campus was not solely focused on academic components. They came together with faculty and staff to celebrate various holidays, volunteer in the community, and raise funds for the community organizations. Our community, the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Rockford, is a better place because you students are here with us. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ramaswamy. Dr. Ramaswamy is a professor and head of the Department of Biomedical Sciences here at the College of Medicine, Rockford. He is a doctor of veterinary medicine and also holds a doctorate in immunology. He is a distinguished researcher I would say a world-class researcher in the field of vaccine development and functional proteomics. He was also instrumental in creating the Master of Science in Medical Biotechnology program. So it really is true to say that without his leadership, we would not be here today. And that program for the last 9 years has been increasingly successful and an impressive program. Please join me in welcoming him.
Thank you, Dr. Stegner-Green. It is now my pleasure here today on this important occasion for the MBT graduate program, along with the graduate students, their parents, family, and friends. So I get to know these students over the years while they were here as an instructor of 3 of their major core courses, that I was an instructor for that. And few of them, I was a mentor for their research. And also I had good opportunity to interact with them at the lobby and wherever I see them, both in the labs and also in the classrooms. So all these students, as Dr. Stegner-Green pointed out, they're all employed. You make us proud. And some of them are continuing their PhD program. So again, congratulations to you. It's with great pride that I welcome you all back to this campus on this important day of your career, actually. So congratulations again. At this point, I would like to introduce and welcome Dr. Jonathan Ott. He is the Associate Dean of the Graduate College, and he is an Associate Professor of in the Department of Anatomy and Cell Biology. Dr. Ott completed a dual degree in Physics and Chemistry at Oberlin College. He subsequently received his PhD in Theoretical and Organismal Biology from the University of Chicago, and completed a postdoctoral training in Auditory Biophysics at the University of Sussex and Cambridge University at UK. He has been on the faculty of the University of Chicago and the University of Illinois College of Medicine since he joined. His research focuses on biophysics of hair cells and synaptic transmission in the inner ear. Dr. Ott has been the Associate Dean for STEM disciplines in the UIC Graduate College since 2003. In 2004, when I took over as the head of the department, one of the wish was to start this master's program. From 2004 to 2008, it took us like 4 years to get all the program protocols approved and through various committees within the university and also through the IBHE. If I could say, one of the person who helped us through handheld and got all this is Jonathan Ott. Actually, there were a group of people, but he played a key role in getting things done. So again, you are here because of several people who helped us and held us through this way to get this program approved, and Jonathan Ott played a big role. He played a pivotal role in initial complex negotiations with different committee members and also between university and industry. That was one of the requirements at that point. So he played a big role from 2006 through 2008, finally to incubate that and bring it out and get the IBHE approval in 2008. So without that, this program would not have been successful. So we owe a great to Dr. Jonathan Ott. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Jonathan Ott for his remarks.
Thank you, Ramaswamy. As you might gather, those early formative years made an impression on all of us. As you know now, you never stop learning, and whenever somebody decides to create something truly novel, there are a whole bunch of things to learn as you go along. So Yeah, I guess in terms of this program, I've been tracking it for about 11 years because this is now a very successful master's program in biotechnology, medical biotechnology, and it really does warm my heart in terms of the things that we create that actually ultimately make a difference. And as you'll hear in my prepared remarks, there's a number of ways that this program is unique to this day, and it is testimony to the people here in Rockford that we are in front of the game and everyone else is playing catch-up. So it's an honor and a pleasure to be here today to join in the celebration of all of you. And in these 11 years, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that there have been lots of people here, include Dr. Sutcliffe, Siddiq and Ramaswamy and many others who were involved in the creation of this program and the attempts at its predecessor. And as he mentioned, the University of Illinois College of Medicine and Pharmacy had to enter into relationships and partnerships with industry here along the Midwest biotechnology corridor and practicing physicians and even lawyers to create this unique program that we have today. This program, as I mentioned, was ahead of the curve when it started. They defined the curve, and it remains to this day. And it's very important in terms of preparing students to go out for both careers inside and outside the academy, which is something which I'll confess the rest of us in the academy have come rather late to the game, realizing, oh, there's a career other than being a professor? Yes, quite definitely. And our students are testimony to that. Now, other biomedical programs are rushing to catch up to fill this need and this niche, and so I'm sure we're going to feel some competitive pressures as this goes forward. But one of the advantages of being the initiator of it is that we have an outstanding track record. And the places that we have, as you'll see, we have virtually a corridor between Rockford and the Boston area, for example. And this is a good sign because our students are in demand. So the Rockford MBT program established itself as an excellent training experience that serves the needs of our students as well as the industries and the academic departments that are here, as well as other institutions in the region, the state, and frankly the nation, as you'll hear in a moment. The program stands as a clear example of how strategic alliances between the university, private industry partners allow us to capitalize on the collective potential and maximize student training. This is something that we tended to ignore. If it wasn't invented here, we didn't listen to it. And that was a strategic error. We've learned and mended our ways. Currently, there are 13 staff members from biotech industries such as Thermo Fisher Scientific, Catalent Pharmaceutical Solutions, and AbbVie, and 7 members from NIU, Rockford University, and local medical centers that serve as adjunct instructors. Their contributions to the education of the MBT students is tremendous, providing firsthand information on what is current, not what is just academic, in the industry and what is important in patient care and medical research. Students in this program have come from all over the country and indeed all over the world, from countries such as India, China, Saudi Arabia, Mongolia, Japan, Iran, Nigeria, Syria, and Nepal. The program currently has 50 students in it and expecting another 25 to 35 students next fall. Today, the 26 who will be graduating bring a total of 154 students who've gone through the program, completed degrees, or will be completing them by the end of this semester. The vast majority of the graduates do secure jobs in the biotech industry, but others find themselves going on to graduate or professional school. We didn't imagine it initially, but there you are. Members in this year's class obtained jobs in biotech companies and clinical research organizations in the greater Boston area, Massachusetts, in Rockville, Maryland, in Tarrytown, New York, and in Chicago and Rockford, Illinois. Several graduates will be moving to research positions at highly ranked institutions, including Northwestern University, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, and Massachusetts General Hospital. And finally, 3 members of this year's class who I take it aren't actually here in the hall today, will be pursuing their PhDs at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, the University of Cincinnati, and McGill University. I'm also very impressed with the 12 graduates that the dean alluded to who had presented high-quality research posters at national conferences. Finally, I'd also like to take a moment to refer to something that he also had mentioned, to reflect on another aspect of the program. As a STEM dean, I'm responsible for organizing the course on scientific integrity, and others here fulfill that requirement as well. It goes by the shorthand of the ethics course, and it begins with acknowledging that ethics is always what a group decides. And coming to an ethical decision is an active process that includes one's responsibility to oneself, one's research group, and to the community as a whole. It's one thing to approach these issues in a classroom. Unimagined, though, when we started this journey, was the idea that here in Rockford, you would do it out in the real world. That engagement and ethical training was provided by the likes of Dr. Siddiq, who, as was mentioned, this group of graduates has been very generous in their efforts to give back to the Rockford community. This year, they held a plant sale with the proceeds used to buy supplies for the Carpenter's Place, a local homeless shelter. Carpenter's Place itself is remarkable, and in the last month in November, 14 of their guests gained employment and 15 obtained housing. So this is something that makes a difference, that has an impact in the community. So ethics is not only what the group decides, but it's what the group does. In short, the students of our program have contributed not only through their technical talents, but by their ethical support of the Rockford community. In conclusion, to the graduates, I finish by saying, well done all around. Congratulations to you all, and may you all have every success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jonathan Hart. Said that I probably was somewhat started this program at some point. I couldn't do anything without people who helped me throughout this whole process. It is just, I was one of those Waco. And really, I was fortunate to have several good people who initially came back and worked with us to make sure that the program comes through successful. One such person who came at the right time is Dr. Khalifa Siddiq. She has a PhD in biochemistry from Washington State University. Then she completed a postdoctoral training at Columbia University and joined the University of Arizona as a faculty. So she was there for a while, and then she decided to go back to Malaysia. She became professor at the Multimedia University at Malaysia. There, she was the program head of the MS program in Biomedical Sciences degree program, which she founded at the Malaysian University. So I visited their institution several years ago and had an opportunity to see the program and talk to the students. The program was ranked as one of the best graduate programs in the University of Malay. And she was also a member of the national level education committee for the Malaysian Ministry of Higher Education and served on several program review committees at the Malaysian University. As far as her career, she's an excellent researcher as well. She has published over 32 peer-reviewed manuscripts, received multiple extramural grants, and have presented her work on DNA repair in a number of national and international professional meetings. She's also an outstanding teacher. So in 2008, she had to move to US. And her husband got a job in Rockford. We were really fortunate that the husband found a job in Rockford. So she came to me looking for a job, and I said that, sure, you're one of the best that could come and join the program. And so that was one of the best thing that has happened to this program, her being the director of the master's program. I don't have to say anything because all the students, all these years while she was the director, everybody, each one of them loved her. And one of the best characteristics of Dr. Khalifa is that she's very passionate about the students. The ones which are already here, even the ones, if they applied, right from the day they apply, she's already in contact with them, helping them through the whole process. University of Illinois admissions is not an easy department or a division to work with. They have all kinds of restrictions, but then she had to fight for each one of those students if there's any missing or things. So all throughout, for each and every student, she fought and then made sure that if they are interested to come through over here. And without that, this program would not have been successful again. So I would like to invite Dr. Khalifa Siddiq to the podium to announce the awards.
Thank you. Bupati. The second recipient is Pragya Kumar. The third recipient is Devesh Raizada. The fourth recipient is Archana Shankar. The fifth recipient is Andrew. For her research entitled Development of Anti-Angiogenic Conjugated PEG BPPS Micellar Delivery. The committee has again decided to give this award to multiple graduates this year. The first recipient of this award is Anjana Harihara Subramaniam. For her research entitled Protection Against Dia-Accelerated Atherosclerosis by Raising Endogenous Anti-HMGB1 IgM Antibody. Anjana was supervised by Dr. Aoshang Chen and Dr. Goxing Zhen. The second recipient of the Outstanding Research Award is Swarali Surendra Lele. For her research entitled TCR Independent Expansion of Murine Regulatory T Cells by OX40L Jagged 1 Co-signaling, Swarali was supervised by Dr. Bello Prabhakar at the UIC main campus in Chicago. The third recipient of the Outstanding Research Award is Sukada Mukte. For her project titled Studying Cerebrotendinous Xanthomatosis Using Patient-Specific Induced Pluripotent Stem Cell Model, Sukada was supervised by Dr. Jun Lee. The fourth recipient of the Outstanding Research Award is Bharani Ramados Rangasamy. For his research entitled Evaluation of Recombinant Dihex as a Potential Vaccine Antigen Against Dirofilariasis in a Mouse Model, Bharani was supervised by Dr. Ramaswamy. The fifth recipient is Priya Darshini Tiruvaluvan Shanti. For her research entitled Evaluating the Therapeutic Effects of Methylene Blue Against Prostate Cancer, Priya was supervised by Dr. Yanashekar Muniratinam. The sixth recipient and the last recipient is Rashmi Venkatesan. For her research entitled Evaluation of Sesquiterpene Dialdehyde Polygludiol Against Taxane-Resistant and African-American Prostate Cancer, Rashmi was also supervised by Dr. Yanashekar. The next award is the Outstanding Service Award, and this award is given to a student who has contributed significantly to the program. This award was given out for the first time last year. The recipient of the Outstanding Service Award is Adijan Tuklovic. Adijan, being a domestic student from Rockford, surrounded by many international students, was instrumental with helping his new friends settle down in a new city in a new country. He went out of his way to help his peers and his lab mates and provided rides for students on numerous occasions. Sometimes he has to wait for 20 minutes for them. He is also the go-to person for the MBT staff when we needed help to give tours to the visitors on campus. And because he sat 20 feet away from our doors, he was also the go-to person when other students had issues related to my UIC portal, such as registering for classes. He is a very reliable and dependable student. For example, he was the only one to show up on time at last year's convocation. And with convocation being our biggest event of the year, his punctuality was very much appreciated by the MBT staff. The program acknowledges Adijan for his many contributions. The next award, the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award, is a new award given out for the first time this year. The winner of this award is selected by the current Year 2 students that they taught last year. The recipient of the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award is Anjana Harihara Subramaniam. Anjana was a teaching assistant for both the immunology and the flow cytometry lab classes. The last award is the Thermo Fisher Scientific Overall Achievement Award. This award is given to a student who shows academic distinction, research excellence, and leadership qualities. The award is presented by Thermo Fisher Scientific. I now invite Dr. Brian Webb, Research and Development Platform Manager at Thermo Fisher Scientific in Rockford, to the stage to present the award.
Good afternoon. Let me start by first congratulating all 26 of you for the tremendous work, and you made it to the finish line. Congratulations on your graduation. I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to be here to represent Thermo Fisher Scientific, to present the award today. Thermo, at the Rockford University, the Rockford campus here, has had a long-standing interaction and collaboration with UIC. Thermo itself has quite an interesting history here in Rockford. If you're a longtime Rockford member, you know that this small little company started back in the 1940s, about 8 miles west of here, out in the fields. 3 local chemists in 1941 found that there was a need for, a really important need for chlorophyll in wound healing during the war, and so these 3 chemists started a tiny company and began to extract chlorophyll from a nearby field. That small company grew into what was called Pierce Biotechnology. In 2006, that company had grown and then became part of a larger corporation. That was the year that I joined Thermo Fisher here in Rockford. In 2006, it was purchased by, became part of Thermo Fisher Scientific. And then 5 years ago, Thermo bought a big company in the field called Life Technologies to form probably the biggest biotech company in the world, Thermo Fisher. 40,000 employees and over $20 billion of revenue. But closer to home, our small, well not small, our campus here in Rockford has about 350 employees working in this area. Scientists in R&D in my department, and also in manufacturing, marketing, and all different fields. It's a wonderful company. And over the last 25 years or so, we've had a unique and powerful collaboration with Dr. Ramaswamy and with the university here. And I think I can highlight a few of the important contributions and activities that we together have worked on over the years. Currently, we have 8 of our Thermo Fisher staff who teach as adjunct faculty here on campus. I personally have had the opportunity to teach most of these students, I believe, over the last few years, in at least a class or 2, which I really love. So we love to have our research scientists be able to come over and interact with students. We host a number of protein biochemistry lab classes at our site because it is so close, and we have a lot of important technologies and equipment there that we share with the university. We help to put on an annual internship program here in the summer, which we did again this summer, and one of the students comes from the biotechnology program, along with undergrads and high school students, which is wonderful. And 2 of the graduates here today, Anna Marie and Loka, have also participated in that program. So it's a wonderful program, and we're proud of it. We've hired a number of graduates from the university who have become staff on our site. And of course, today, I have the honor to provide the Thermo Fisher Overall Achievement Award for these graduates. So each year, we work with Dr. Khalifa to identify the student who represents the best overall performance in the program, and we call it the Thermo Fisher Scientific Overall Excellence Award. This award comes with a nice plaque, as well as a nice cash award. So I'll show this in a minute when I announce it. So we are very pleased to present the 2019 award to Nikhil Kartik Ramesh. This is also for you.
This one also.
So Nikhil's research title was entitled Generation and Characterization of Monoclonal Antibodies Against Mariones Eugocalatus IL-10 and Development of Detection Assays for IL-1. And he was supervised by Dr. Ramaswamy. Let's give him one more hand of applause.
Thank you, Brian.
So it's our distinct pleasure at this point to introduce to you our former mayor of the city of Rockford, Mayor Larry Morrissey. He'll be giving a keynote speech for us, for the 2019 graduates. So to give a brief overview, after 12 years as the mayor of the city of Rockford, Larry Morrissey joined Marathon Health in 2017 as the Vice President of Government Relations and Vice President of Sales. During his time in office here at Rockford as the mayor, Mr. Morrissey applied a population health approach informed by the social determinants of health to areas like ending veterans' homelessness and reducing violent crimes. Through Mayor Morrissey's work, the city of Rockford became the first city in the nation to recognize for reaching the functional zero definition for ending veteran homelessness. The city also turned a multi-million-dollar employee health fund deficit into a surplus, and the city opened up its own health center to better care for the city's employees and their family members. After 2 infant children of city employees suffered from life-threatening condition in 2015, Morrissey launched a class actions lawsuit on behalf of the city of Rockford to address the massive increase in the cost of the treatment using the drug Acthar. The city's lawsuit against the manufacturer and the pharmacy benefits manager continues today. The city alleges an illegal conspiracy to raise the price of Acthar in violation of antitrust laws. The lawsuit was covered in a 60-minute story in CBS in 2018 May. Morrissey now applies his experience in his position with Marathon Health as he assists local governments and private employers. Marathon Health operates employee-sponsored health centers and manages population health for over 370,000 members at approximately 150 sites in 43 states. Marathon Health and its customers work together towards the healthcare triple aim of better patient experience, better health outcomes, and lower total cost of care. Former Mayor Morrissey points to his family's personal experience as a principal driver to his commitment to improve healthcare. After losing an infant child who suffered from a congenital heart defect, having another child who lives with a deadly peanut allergy, and a third child on the autism spectrum, Mr. Morrissey's healthcare policy approaches derives from his perspective as a passionate healthcare consumer. Former Mayor Morrissey believes that improving healthcare outcomes requires empowered patients and empowered communities. Morrissey recently wrote about his perspectives in an article published in Illinois Review magazine called Health City, Healthy Nation, Rethinking the Role of Local Government in Improving Our Nation's Health. Former Mayor Morrissey believes that public and private employers working together at the local level can drive a grassroots healthcare revolution. Mr. Morrissey has been a well-wisher for our medical school and our MBT program. I came to know him several years ago as a mayor who came and we talked about the program. So all these years, he has been a well-wisher for this program, and we thank him for all the support that he has given over the years. So please join me in extending a warm welcome to former Mayor Larry Morrissey.
Thank you very much for the very kind introduction. So I'm a recovering lawyer and a recovering politician. And so one of the things you probably should not have done is given me a detailed agenda with timestamps for each part of the program, because we're about 10 minutes ahead of schedule. So being the guy that I am, I'm going to hopefully stick to the schedule, but I've got a little bit of a leeway here for my remarks. Thank you to all the faculty, the administration, all of the parents, supporters, and of course the graduates for inviting me to be here today and be your speaker. I'm privileged to add a very small part, a bit of punctuation, if you will, to your long journey. I congratulate you, the graduates, for your great accomplishment. I also congratulate your parents friends, the faculty, staff, administration, and other supporters that have helped to make today possible. In some respects, academic achievement can be considered an individual accomplishment. Your master's degree in medical biotechnology represents your commitment to your studies, certainly. It represents an incredible investment of time, energy, financial resources, and talent. You certainly would not be here today had you not made the necessary individual commitment. But in another sense, your achievement today represents a shared achievement. Rarely is an academic journey accomplished without the support and commitment of those family and friends, many of whom are with you today. Moreover, your particular program of study exists today in Rockford because of the vision, investment, and commitment. You heard much of that about that earlier from the local leadership as well as the the larger University of Illinois. Your faculty, administration, and staff for your program have built upon that foundation to create the program that you experienced during your time here in our community. Thus, in a very real way, as graduates, you represent the collective success and impact of a shared journey for many participants in many organizations. And that idea, the idea of a shared journey, shared accomplishment, is the theme I would like to develop with you today. In preparing for my remarks, I learned that your graduating class includes individuals from countries throughout the world. In fact, my guess is that some of you, perhaps many of you, had never heard of Rockford, Illinois prior to your pursuit of this degree. That's okay, because you are here now, and our community has had the privilege of hosting you during this part of your life's journey. And I thank you for making our community part of that journey. But as you build from this foundation, I would ask you to consider not just the past, but the shared journey that will continue into your future. There's an old saying that is sometimes attributed as a Chinese curse that goes as follows: "May you live in interesting times." While the origins of that saying are certainly murky, the point is pretty clear. To be alive in interesting times means to live not in a time of peace and tranquility, but a time of disruption and change. And that certainly is the case today. You graduate at a time when presidential impeachment hearings loom over our nation. You graduate at a time of global climate change and environmental challenge. You graduate at a time of trade wars and social and political unrest. You graduate at a time when the intersection of population growth, industrial agriculture, and genetic science has fundamentally changed the relationship between food, the environment, health, jobs, and our economies. And you graduate at a time when the seeming omnipresence of social media challenges the very nature of interpersonal relationships, creating opportunities to connect with each other like never before, but also the risk of becoming estranged from one another as we are bombarded from seemingly endless stimuli. Like it or not, we all live during these interesting times. And let me add this. For you, the graduates, you have also earned a very interesting degree. While one really doesn't have a choice to live in interesting times or not, we simply are alive when we are alive. Pursuing your degree, your master's degree in medical biotechnology, was your choice. You have chosen certainly a most interesting degree, with career opportunities that intersect with some of the most important, impactful, and potentially controversial issues of our age. So what does this all mean? Well, as a former elected official, I certainly have a lot of opinions on many of those topics that may touch upon your work or your potential career paths. But expressing those opinions, thankfully for you, is not my purpose today. Today, I simply want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to be conscious of the impact that you may have on these issues
as you continue your path, whether academic or career. Just like your degree represents a shared outcome and the impact of many individuals and many organizations, the decisions you make in the future will impact many others. I simply ask you to be conscious, to be aware of those decisions, to have clarity when you make decisions, and to understand that the decisions you make, you do so for more than just yourself. Your decisions, your career path, will be part of a shared global journey that we are all on. And with that request to you, I would also like to add a perspective as a former local government official that may provide some guidance on how specifically you can participate in the shared journey to drive collective impact, specifically as it relates to healthcare. Now, I practiced law as a litigator for 10 years before becoming a mayor. I was a mayor for 12 years. And I know it was referenced a little bit in my biography, but one might certainly ask, how does a former lawyer and former mayor wind up with a career in healthcare? Well, in many respects, I'd say in local government, our job is to build the health of the community. We build healthy infrastructure with clean water and a safe and sanitary environment. We provide emergency medical services, law enforcement, and public safety for our community members. And we support educational institutions and job creation to support a healthy economy. Over time, doing that type of work, I came to see that just about everything I did as a mayor came down to supporting the physical, mental, social, or economic health of our community and our employees. In fact, I also came to see that a local community's responsibility for improving health was not secondary to that of the state or our national governments. It was a primary responsibility, our responsibility. In other words, I've came to believe that if we want a healthy nation, we need to begin by having healthy cities. And while some may find this statement audacious, there's now a significant body of research that backs up that conclusion. Research over the last decade by the World Health Organization has indicated that the place where someone lives, the conditions in which they grow, live, work, and age, that has a greater influence on health outcomes than the medical care, the actual medical care they receive. In fact, it is estimated that medical care accounts for only 10 to 20% of health outcomes, with 60% or more now attributed to socioeconomic or environmental factors known as the social determinants of health. According to this research, the factors most responsible for health outcomes are indeed local factors. Factors directly tied to the work of local government, officials, and local agencies. But just as we realize that we have the responsibility at the local level to create a healthy city, this does not actually guarantee improvement. The most significant barrier to progress that I saw towards achieving the goal of a healthy city during my time in office came from the significant disconnect among leaders that should have been working together but were not required to do so. Conversely, the areas where we made significant progress were areas in which we had developed a shared vision. We had participated in a shared journey, and ultimately we achieved positive collective impact. I'll give you a few examples. Building healthy public infrastructure, rebuilding our roads was made possible since 2007 when we have passed 3 successive road referenda, investing nearly $200 million in improved roads, bridges, and other public infrastructure. The revitalization of our downtown happened similarly, with millions of dollars in public and private funds coming from, again, a shared vision, shared collective action. The success we had in achieving functional zero, effectively ending veteran homelessness, followed up after ending chronic homelessness, happened because of the alignment and the collective impact of our efforts. Our fire department, working with local hospitals, have developed a mobile integrated health program in order to deliver home care and reduce emergency room visits and hospital admissions. And the City of Rockford Health Center that you heard of, how I was introduced to my new employer, Marathon Health. That came about from understanding that we could do more, we needed to do more, and by working together, we could improve primary care, improve access to care, improve health outcomes, and actually lower the cost of care. Let me also share one other example that I was privy to learning about during my time in office. The University of Illinois Cancer Center, led by Dr. Robert Wynn, who sadly I've heard recently will be leaving the university, but during his time he led great efforts to connect the university to the community, effectively engaging with patients through the assistance of local government community leaders to ensure that breakthrough cancer treatments can be delivered in a timely manner to the individuals who need them. In short, the social determinants of health research challenges us to rethink our roles. It challenges us to redefine our responsibilities and to explore new opportunities to connect our research work, the work of traditional research enterprises, hospitals, and medical providers with local governments and with community agencies. We simply have an incredible opportunity today to work as part of a new, proactive, and holistic approach that combines high tech with high touch, that connects global research, technology, and innovation with local individuals, local governments, and local community organizations. And that together, collectively, we measure outcomes across a variety of environmental, social, and economic factors. To the graduates, as you continue on your respective paths, I would ask you to keep in mind the concept of a shared journey, the concept of collective impact, and that you push back against tendencies to compartmentalize your work. You're worth much more than that. You have much more to add to the world. We need your leadership. We need your help. While investment in innovation and technology is certainly part of the solution, it is not enough. With the many challenges facing our cities, our nation, our world, we need to work more effectively. We need to work better together. And we have that opportunity. We have the opportunity to integrate technology and research with the communities in which we live and the social factors that impact outcomes. We have the opportunity to improve both technology and governance. You can improve the way in which organizations, individuals, and communities connect, utilizing your technical skills and abilities while building and maintaining a shared approach to achieve positive collective impact. My friends, it has been an honor to be with you here today. To the graduates, again, I wish you the very best. I thank you for honoring me with allowing me to be your speaker today. Congratulations once again on your outstanding achievement and success. I wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Larry Morsi. Now I would like to ask Dr. Khalifa Siddiq to come to the podium and present the 2019 graduates of the Masters in Medical Biotechnology program. Dr. Khalifa.
At this time, we would like to honor each of the members of the class of 2019. As your name is called, please join us on stage. Dr. John Art will congratulate you, and the other dignitaries on stage will rise and shake your hands in congratulations. Dr. Art, I present the class of 2019. Oh, it doesn't matter. There's no name. Yeah. Oh. Lokha Ranjani Alaga Bupati. Lokha is from Palani, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in India. She did her internship at Thermo Fisher Scientific in Rockford for her project titled Redox Proteomics Analysis with CISPAT. Lokha was supervised by Dr. Jay Choi. Lokha is pursuing her PhD in biochemistry at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. Abhishek Dilip Deshpande. Abhishek is from Pune, India. Abhishek received his Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Savitribai Phule Pune University in India. For his research project titled Biochemical Characterization of Etoposide Hypersensitive Mutations in Human Topoisomerase 2 alpha and the role of CHD2 in topoisomerase-mediated DNA damage and repair, Abhishek was mentored by Dr. John Nittis and Dr. Karin Nittis. Abhishek is a research associate, cellular and molecular biology at Flagship Pioneering in Boston, Massachusetts. Nahid Foruzandeh. Nahid is from Abadan, Iran. Nahid received a Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology from Fanshawe College in Canada. Nahid did her internship on site at the Rockford campus, and her project was titled Engage, Train and Enjoy, an internship in the Biomedical Sciences Department, UIC College of Medicine, Rockford. Nahid is a research technologist at Northwestern University in Chicago. Anjana Harihara Subramaniam. Anjana is from Chennai, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in India for her research project titled Protection Against Dye-Accelerated Atherosclerosis by Raising Endogenous Anti-HMGB1 IgM Antibody. She was mentored by Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen. Anjana is a research associate, RNAi discovery team at Dicerna Therapeutics in Boston, Massachusetts. Sean Camp. Sean is from Berwyn, Illinois. Sean received his Bachelor of Science in Biology from University of St. Francis in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Sean did his internship at OSF Cardiovascular Institute in Rockford. For his project titled Internship Experience at the OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute, a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study to assess the effects of bempedoic acid on the occurrence of major cardiovascular events in patients with or at high risk for cardiovascular disease who are statin intolerant. Sean was mentored by Mrs. Lisa Forti. Sean is a clinical research coordinator at Otho, Illinois in Rockford. Adrian Kukovic. Adrian is from Machesney Park, Illinois. He received his Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from Rockford University for his research titled Development of a Novel Blood Biomarker for Early Detection of Lung Cancer. Adrian was mentored by Dr. Nilu Puri. Adrian is pursuing his PhD in Molecular and Cellular Biology at University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Pragya Kumar. Pragya is from Delhi, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from JP Institute of Information Technology in India for her research titled Reprogramming the Tumor Microenvironment by Inhibition of Sphingosine Kinase 2 to Improve Medulloblastoma Therapy. Pragya was mentored by Dr. Rakesh Jain and Dr. Sampurna Chatterjee at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. Pragya is a research associate in Dr. Jain's lab. Swarali Lele. Swarali is from Alibag, India. She received a Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology from Shivaji University in India. For her research title, CCR-independent expansion of murine regulatory T cells by OX40L-Jagged1 co-signaling, Swarali was supervised by Dr. Bello Prabhakar at UIC main campus in Chicago. Swarali is a research associate too at Editas Medicine in Boston. Sukhada Mukte. Sukhada is from Pune, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Savitribai Phule Pune University in India. For her project titled Studying Cerebrotendinous Xanthomatosis Using Patient-Specific Induced Pluripotent Stem Cell Model, Sukada was mentored by Dr. Jun Lee, and Sukada is a Research Associate 2 at Platelet Biogenesis in Boston. Rajini Nagaraj. Rajini is from Mysore, India. She received a Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology from Sri Jaya Chama Rajendra College of Engineering in India. For her research titled Development of Anti-Angiogenic Peptide Conjugated PEG BPPS Micellar Delivery System to prevent alpha V beta 3 integrin mediated angiogenesis, Rajini was mentored by Dr. Matthew, Dr. Divya Bijukumar, and Dr. Evan Scott. Rajini is a Research Associate 2 at Mesoscales Diagnostic in Rockville, Maryland. Timothy Nelligan. Tim is from Belvidere, Illinois. Tim received his Bachelor of Arts in Biology from Augustana College in Rock Island. He did his internship at OSF Cardiovascular Institute in Rockford, and for his research titled Research Coordinator Internship Experience at OSF Cardiovascular Institute, Efficacy of empagliflozin as a treatment for heart failure, Tim was supervised by Ms. Lindsay Tompkins. Tim is a Senior Sales Executive at Molecular Diagnostic Lab in Rockford. Devesh Raizada. Devesh is from Lucknow, India. Devesh received his Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from JP Institute of Information Technology in India, and for his research project titled Investigating the Role of Long Non-Coding RNAs in Breast Cancer Initiation and Progression, Devesh was mentored by Dr. Antoine Carnoup at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston. Devesh is a Research Associate in Dr. Carnoup's lab. Bharani Ramados Rangasamy. Bharani is from Chennai, India. He received his Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in India. And for his research project titled Evaluation of Recombinant Dihex as a Potential Vaccine Antigen Against Dirophilariasis in a Mouse Model, Bharani was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy. Bharani is currently a Research Associate 1 at Vertex Pharmaceuticals in Boston, Massachusetts. Bhargavi Ramesh. Bhargavi is from Chennai, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University, India. For her research project titled Post-Translational Modifications Induced by Anti-Cancer Drugs, Identification of Topoisomerase Stimulating Enzymes, Bhargavi was mentored by Dr. John Nittis and Dr. Karin Nittis. Nikhil Ramesh. Nikhil is from Mysore, India. He received his Bachelor of Engineering in Biotechnology from Sri Jaya Chama Rajendra College of Engineering, India. And for his research project titled Generation and Characterization of Monoclonal Antibodies Against Marionex unguilatus IL-10 and Development of Detection Assay for IL-10, Nikhil was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy. Nikhil is a Research Associate 2 at Logic Bio in Boston. Archana Shankar. Archana is from Karur, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University, India. And for her research project titled Exploration of Co-Tolerogenic Adjuvants for Potentiating Antigen-Specific Immunosuppression, Archana was mentored by Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen. Archana is pursuing her PhD in Immunology at University of Cincinnati in Ohio. Anna Marie Smolucha. Anna Marie is from Lincolnshire, Illinois. She received a Bachelor of Science in Organic Chemistry from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. She did her internship at Thermo Fisher Scientific in Rockford, and for her research project titled Fantastic Blots and Where to Find Them, Anna was mentored by Dr. Subi Desai. Anna is currently a Senior Regulatory Affairs Associate, Drugs and Cosmetic at Medline Industries in Northfield, Illinois. Priya Darshini Tiruvaluvan Shanti. Priya is from Chennai, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University in India, and for her research project titled Evaluating the Therapeutic Effects of Methylene Blue Against Prostate Cancer, Priya was mentored by Dr. Yana Shekhar. Priya is a research associate in Discovery and Molecular Biology at Vertex Pharmaceuticals in Boston. Gauri Tyagi. Gauri is from Dehradun, India. She received her MBBS from Muzaffarnagar Medical College in India and did her internship at Otto Illinois Rockford. For her research project titled Retear Rate of Medium to Large Rotator Cuff Tears in Patients 12 to 36 months post-operatively, Gauri was supervised by Mrs. Lisa Forti. Gauri is Clinical Research Coordinator at Otto Illinois. Rashmi Venkatesan. Rashmi is from Chennai, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University, India, and for her research project titled Therapeutic Evaluation of Sesquiterpene dialdehyde polyglutathione against taxane-resistant and African-American prostate cancer, Rashmi was mentored by Dr. Yana Shekhar. Rashmi is a research associate at Dyne Therapeutics in Boston. We are all done. Thank you, Dr. Art. We have 6 graduates who are not able to join us today. I hope they are watching the ceremony via the live stream telecast. I would like to read their names. Andrew Kansiamil. Andrew is from Rockford, Illinois. He received his Bachelor of Science in Biology at Western Illinois University, and for his research project titled Optimization of Cell Sorting for Epitope-Specific B1 Cells, Andy was mentored by Dr. Goxing Zhang and Dr. Aoshang Chen. Andy is a manager of the Flow Cytometry Lab at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana. Nivedita Jaishankar. Nivedita is from Chennai, India. She received a Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology from Anna University, India. She did her internship at BioHelix Quidel Corporation in Beverly, Massachusetts, and worked on a project titled Development and Optimization of a Diagnostic Panel Assay. Nivedita is currently a Development Associate at BioHelix Quidel Corporation. Paul Jeong. Paul is from Chicago, Illinois. He received his Bachelor of Science in Biology from Northern Illinois University in DeKalb. He did his internship at AbbVie, and he is pursuing his his PharmD degree at Midwestern University in Chicago. Divya Sri Nagalati Sudhakar. Divya is from Tirupati, India. She received her MBA from Sri Venkateshwara University, India, and for her project titled Immunogenicity and Vaccine Potential of Tag-Free Recombinant BM-HEX-T against Brugia malayi parasite in a mouse model, Divya was mentored by Dr. Ramaswamy. Divya is a Research and Development Associate at Regeneron Pharmaceuticals in Tarrytown, New York. Elif Yaksi Demirel. Elif is from Izmir, Turkey. She received her Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering from Montana State University in Bozeman, and for her research titled Development and Optimization of a Diagnostic Panel Assay, Elif was mentored by Dr. Jae-Yuk Choi at Northwestern University in Chicago. Elif is in Research Technologies at Northwestern University, Chicago. Zhao Yang. Zhao is from Shanghai, China. Zhao received her Bachelor of Science Biochemistry from University of Wisconsin, and for her research project titled Does Proteasome Inhibition Enhance the Activity of Topoisomerase I Target Drugs? Zhao was mentored by Dr. John Nitis and Dr. Arkadiusz Dudek from UIC College of Pharmacy. Zhao is currently employed at a pharmaceutical company in China. It is with great pride that I stand before you in the Robert J. Vickery Auditorium to celebrate this most auspicious occasion. In my tenure at the college, I have been privileged to feel the sense of community that we enjoy at the UIC Health Science Campus, Rockford. We recognize that completing schools takes hard work and commitment from the student, coupled with the support and understanding of their parents and families. As is tradition, I ask the graduating class to rise and take a moment to recognize and appreciate those in the audience and those watching at home who have supported you along this journey. Today we honor our graduates, but we also honor the friends and family members who have supported them throughout this journey. To all who have provided unending support and love, this is also your day. Congratulations, class of 2019. Thank you, Dr. Art, for handing out the awards. You may be seated. Now I would like to introduce the class speaker. Adrian Kukovic has the honor of being the class speaker as chosen by his classmate. I call upon Adrian to give his remark.
Wow. Sorry. Well, no, not really, but it's okay. I'm here now. I'd first like to start off by saying thank you for Dr. Sadiq for the introduction, and thank you to our keynote speaker, and thank you to everyone up here that spoke. Got it. So, essentially, I would like all the graduates to stand up for me for a second. All right, everybody standing? Some would even say we're on equal footing. This is good. All right, you guys can sit back down. That's enough jokes for me. You see, I've exhausted my joke count already today. So originally, I wasn't sure where to begin when I was chosen to speak to you here today. I was ecstatic and happy, almost like when you ace a test that you were studying for, and when you win the winning shot in a game against your rival school. I also was a bit scared because I had to speak after individuals that are far more accomplished than I am and have wonderful careers. And that kind of terrifies you as someone who's never spoken in front of this many people before. But in a sense, I'm naturally a competitive individual, so I thought, how can I measure up successfully to the individuals that spoke today? And you see, here's the great thing. I don't have to, because to me, success is only something that you can initially measure yourself as a person. And I say that because you are the individuals that choose to do something great, or to accomplish a career, or to find something that you love to do, and you go out there and you do it, and you make it your own. And of course, along the way, you fail. We all do. But what separates the failures and the successes is what you learn from those failures. That turns into ongoing success. And so I'd like to share a little bit about myself. I originally wanted to become a physician, a pediatrician, if you will. I wanted to heal not only people's bodies, but also their minds. And I wanted to provide a service to the society. But I ended up taking a lot of courses. I ended up completing my degree in biochemistry at Rockford University. And during that time, I was taking a lot of courses, and I was studying for the MCAT, And now the MCAT is the introductory exam to get into med school. And so the cutoff for that test is a 500. And I studied, believe me, I did. I took 2 practice exams, but when it came to test day, I got to the final section of this 8-hour exam, and I thought to myself, please get me out, I can't do it anymore. And so what I did was, I made a mistake and I rushed one of the final sections. And so once I got my score back, I ended up getting lower than a 500. So I was angry, of course, at myself, mad almost, because that was one of my biggest failures to me personally. So what did I do? I decided to go and I decided to study harder and take more tests, and then I took it again after 4 months. And can you guess what happened? No, I'll tell you. I got again, a score lower than 500, but I did 1 point better. And that was because I focused so much on that section that I failed at the first time that I neglected another one. At this point in my life, I was crushed. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I thought, if I can't be this, then I can't be anything. And as I was sitting with my laptop in my basement, crying, because I'm a human and I have emotions, my mother came down to me and she consoled me and she told me, you know, what else can you do? Where else can you go? And in this moment, I realized and I remembered that one scene from Rocky V. And I don't know if you guys have seen Rocky V, but I have. And there's a scene where Sylvester Stallone is outside of his restaurant with his son, and his son is hanging out with the wrong people, and he's afraid of failing, and Sylvester Stallone in that time tells him that it's not about how hard you get hit, it's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. And that's how winning is done. That resonates with me even today, because as you struggle and as you continue down the road, whatever road you've chosen, whether that's research associate or working at a company or becoming a PhD, you will always have that fight. You will always have that side pushing back on you. And so, you know, I wiped my tears, I ate some ice cream, I got over it, right? And then I decided, I'll go the research route. I'll see what the research route has to offer for me. And so I did this, and I was actually pleasantly surprised because I'm standing right in front of you. And I'm in a PhD program now, and I'm doing research that I really love. So I realized that even though I couldn't be the physician that I wanted to be, I could be the best researcher that I could be. And I could do the same thing I initially wanted to do, and I could give back to the community. During my project, I worked on lung cancer, essentially, and here in the Swedish American Cancer Center Clinic, there was a Shine a Light event. And I went to this event, and this is an event where individuals who have family members with lung cancer or individuals who had family members diagnosed with lung cancer are there. I gave a speech about my work in the lab to them and the physicians as well. And I remember that after this speech that I gave, I had a lot of these individuals come to me and say, thank you for doing the work, thank you for being here, thank you for making a difference. And that's kind of when I really knew that I could make a difference with my research, and that all of us in turn can make a difference with our research. So I know during my time as a master's student, I was foolish. I mean, my mentor, Dr. Perry, will attest to that. I'm a goofball, just naturally. But when it came down to get to business, I got to business. And so with this whole experience that I've told you about, I realized that it isn't necessarily the awards that make you great. It isn't the accolades. It isn't what you've done. You, deep down in yourself, have to feel that you did something great and know that you did something great, because that is the driving force that gets you from point A to point B. And Denzel Washington put this great. He said it in a good way. And basically a way to how to deal with failure when it comes to you. He said, don't fall backwards. If you're going to fall forwards so you can look what you're falling into. And initially, failure can be overcome through passion, hard work, and determination. And those are the things that I've learned. But it's also important to never lose what you love to do. Never lose that feeling and never lose that goal. And, you know, I'd like to leave you with one last thing. Most time in speeches like this, a speaker will stand here, they'll tell you to close your eyes, they'll tell you to visualize something, climbing a mountain, you know, doing this. I myself personally will never climb a mountain, so I don't want you guys to climb mountains because I hear that's very difficult if you don't have the right equipment. But instead, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to keep your eyes open. I'd like you to keep your ears perked up, your hands at your sides, your body's relaxed, your mind's attentive and active, and lastly, I'd like to remember that there are 4 things. If you don't remember anything from this, please remember these 4 things. If my jokes were this bad, don't remember them. If they're good, tell me later. But these 4 things are what I need you guys to remember, and that is that no one can take away your goals, your passions, your education, and your hunger for what you love. This is also why, on behalf of the class of 2019, we have decided to leave our mark and set the bar high for future graduates of the MBT program as we embark on the next chapter. Members of the class of 2019 have come together to provide funding to establish the first ever Masters of Science in Medical Biotechnology Scholarship Fund at the College of Medicine in Rockford. It is our hope that this new fund will be a springboard to bring together past, present, and future graduates to ensure remarkable future scientists like us have access to so much scholarship funding, to much needed scholarship funding, in pursuit of making new discoveries and changing people's lives. So in the end, I'd like to thank my family, my friends for their undying support. I'd like to thank my mom and my dad. They came here 21 years ago with me, and you know, I hope to keep making them proud. And then lastly, I'd like to thank my grandmother. She passed away 9-10 years ago, and she would have loved to be here. So thank you guys. Seize the day, seize the moment, and always strive to succeed. And guess what? We did it!
These graduates reach their goals through the support of many people. To their family and friends, I thank you for being there for them and for making the sacrifices necessary to help them achieve their dream. Thank you for trusting us with your children's future. Some of you have traveled far to join us here today, and thank you for sharing this celebration with us. To the mentors, both research and internship, please stand. I thank you for the time and energy that you put in to help and guide their research. You helped shape and train them and help them grow to be the scientists that they are now. You provided them with insights and directions, not only on their projects, but with their careers. Thank you. I would like to also thank the postdoctoral scientists, the postdocs. Thank you. Please stand. Thank you. The help and guidance you provided to the students is very much appreciated. One unique feature of our program is that our students are able to conduct their research project under the supervision of professors at other University of Illinois campuses or at any other universities in the US. We would like to acknowledge the contributions of our off-campus research supervisors. Dr. Belor Prabhakar from the UIC main campus, Dr. Arkadiusz Dudek from the College of Pharmacy in Chicago campus, Dr. Antoine Kanoop from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston, Dr. Rakesh Jain and Sampurna Chatterjee from Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, and Dr. Evan Scott and Dr. Jae-Yuk Choi from Northwestern University. A significant number of our students are international students. This year, we are honored again to have the Director of UIC Office of International Services, Mr. Jim Hammersmith, and several of the OIS staff here with us. Please stand. Thank you, Jim, Megan, Stephen, and Sarah. Thank you for all the support our international students receive from OIS. And thank you for joining us today. To Thermo Fisher Scientific, thank you for your ongoing support. The program acknowledges that we would not be as successful as we are today if not for your support in so many different ways. Thank you for allowing our students to invade your space 9 evenings every year to do their protein biochemistry lab. And thank you for providing the internship opportunity to our students. Thank you, Brian and Subi, for your partnership. We would also like to thank Ortho Illinois, OSF Cardiovascular Institute, and BioHelix Quidal Corporation for providing internship opportunities to our students. Today we may have Mrs. Lisa Foti. Lisa, if you are here, thank you for coming and for always coming up with research projects and for never turning our students away. We would like to thank the Blazer Foundation, the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois, and Brewember Inc. for supporting the research of our students. Thank you also to the Office of Research at the College of Medicine, Rockford, for giving out travel awards to our students. Today, we have Ms. Jennifer Smith, the Engagement Director at the Community Foundation of Northern Illinois, here with us. Thank you, Ms. Smith, for the support and for taking time to be here with us today. To Graduate School Dean Karen Colley, who's not able to be here with us today, and to Dr. Jonathan Art, thank you for your ongoing support. You both have been on this journey with us from the very beginning. We are grateful for your constant support. To our faculty and adjunct faculty, you provided instruction and learning experiences to expand their knowledge and skills. You challenge them to be innovative and to go the distance. Thank you. To the staff of the Department of Biomedical Sciences, the physical plant, IT, the library, and all the support department on campus, we thank you for supporting the students and the MBT program. To the Convocation Planning Committee, Swa, Jody, and Lisa, please stand. Thank you for a job well done. To our assistants for today, Carrie, Teresa, Nancy, Radha, and all the MBT students, thank you for your help. A special thanks to Laura Knight and Miranda Puskar for helping us set up the MBT Scholarship Fund, and thanks to the class of 2019 for making the initial contribution, allowing us to start the fund. For years to come, you all have the bragging rights as the class that initiated the fund. After such a lengthy list, which goes to prove that it takes a village to run a program, to Dean Alex Tegnaru Green and all the staff in the Dean's office, thank you for the support. Dean Alex Tegnaru Green will now close the ceremony and lead the recessional, followed by the class of 2019 and the faculty. We now ask that you stay seated until the end of the recessional.
Well, as you can see by all the thank yous that Dr. Khalifa made, that it truly takes a village to graduate 26 students who are going to go out and change the world. But we need to go back to the beginning, and the beginning is without Dr. Ramaswamy and without Dr. Khalifa, this program would not exist, and all the people who are here today would not be here and involved in such an auspicious occasion. So I really want to take an opportunity to thank them. The class of 2019 to you, you already have this great foresight and sense of responsibility for those students who come after you, and in setting up a scholarship and creating a bar, which other classes I'm sure will continue to beat, and former classes will join in participating. You're showing that there is an importance and a responsibility for one class of students and one generation of students to the students before and afterwards. Now you, as the class of 2019, have accomplished a lot. You've gone through a lot of obstacles. I think a number of you never even saw this campus before you got here, day one. Just out of curiosity, raise hands, how many had never seen the campus before? That's incredibly brave, and so probably means you're from overseas, from India, China, Iran, and to come here and have faith in this university. We think we've lived up to that, and you've more than lived up to your share. We wish you all the best, and we really look forward to see the exciting things that you're going to do with your career. You now have special powers, and special powers with that master and special knowledge to help move science forward. And so we wish you all the best. We hope you stay connected. And with that, I will conclude this ceremony. I ask that the recessional start with the individuals on stage, followed by the students and the faculty, and then everybody else please join in.